Alright, this is the first of many. We're going to go through online and see how real the help is. And if I would agree, if I learned something, and also what I would think should be added from a crazy dirt biker's perspective. Okay, so your readiness before a ride sets the foundation for a successful dirt biking adventure. So 5 tips that they recommend. A training course to gain valuable skills. A safety course. I would call it a confidence course. You know, family members always say like, hey, be careful. No, it's be confident. You have to be confident in what you do. And part of dirt biking is pushing those limits. And it's very simple. It's said all around the world, but like, when in doubt, throttle out. Like, you'd be surprised how sideways you can get. And as long as you hold it wide, it's gonna, that rotating mass of that tire, that gyro, is gonna keep you moving forward. Same with the engine. It's a big gyro. Now, if you're on an e-bike, there's no gyro. It's a little different. But that rear tire spins a lot faster on a Stark Varg, so it's definitely same intuitiveness. Plan an off-road ride with your own skills. Well, you know, dirt bikers are usually just by the seat of their pants. So I would recommend getting $1,000 TTR 230, something that's like super hard to go fast on. And I know it's cool to get a 450, but like, you can't get any better in the hospital. So like, become a pro on an XR100 and then a TTR 230. And when you snap the front forks off or blow the wheels out, you know, sell it for pretty much the same thing you bought it for, pass on a good deal, and get yourself a 2-stroke 150, you know, like a TE 150, since Husky's pretty much going out of business in America this year. Like, they should be cheap. You can get 2.9% interest on a TC 150. It's pretty much free. It's like $7,000. It's like $200 a month, $190 a month. So it's like, you know, $4.50 a day. And then, yeah, just wear all the gear you can. And then when you're a badass, then you can wheelie and flip-flops and do all your gang signs and, you know, show off. But like, a really nice set of Alpine Star Tech 7 boots and like a Bell helmet. Like, don't go cheap on that stuff. And then just wear your freaking jeans and wear some like surf knee pads, elbow pads, and you're good to go. But like, don't think that some cheap helmet's gonna do the job, because once you start getting concussions, it's like diminishing returns. Like, you'll be, you know, headbanging to a song and you'll knock yourself out. Like, that's how bad it'll get. Not that I would know or anything, but in boots, like, I had a foot peg go through my foot wheeling at a party doing stupid shit. So like, you know, got wet and I slid out and I had a foot peg go through my foot, and I had like a bunch of 5mm sutures and, you know, cast for 6 months. So it's just not fun. You know, it's nice when you put all your gear on, you eat shit, and you're like, okay, you get back up and keep riding. But like, you know how many dirt bikes I've parted out because somebody rode one time and then they broke a clutch lever or bent a radiator and then parted out their brand new bike because they got hurt. People don't realize that. Like, it's a statistical sport. Like, that's why the bridge to entry, like the gap to get into, like, to be fast, like, that's why, you know, Dungey won so many championships and Jet's really good, is because those guys don't really get hurt. And when they do, they crash, they get right up because they're in freaking shape. Look at D when he crashes. Like, that kid's in shape. Like, he put in the work. Like, 10 G's of force is put on supercross riders. That means technically if you weighed 200 pounds, let's just say 50 of that's unsprung, you're leg pressing 1,500 pounds. So go put 1,000 pounds of weight on the leg press. Not only will you get every girl's attention, every football player's, every bodybuilder in there, perfecting their look. Dirt bikers are some of the strongest people. So, like, if you want to jump, leg press. And guess what? The best thing you can do, like, before a training course or anything, is yoga. Walk around barefoot. And surfers, aka pretty much advanced yoga, they're some of the easiest people to teach because their foot muscle twitch awareness is unmatched. They learn dirt bikes like, in 20 minutes because, the clutch in that is obviously an issue for them. But like balance, like some of them are better balanced than I am because they're so used to moving around. They're like jello. And that's what yoga is. And if you can't do yoga, then do surfing. But everyone can go do a paddleboard. Go get a blow-up paddleboard. They're on Amazon for $89. Do that. Put your dog on there. Put your girl on there. Put your whatever. And that's like the secret to like moto. And you really want to perform the next day? 68 degrees in your room. Get a $200 air conditioning unit from Costco. Put it down to 68. Drink a ton of water the night before. And you'll perform a ton better with the hydration and getting the deeper sleep. Like, yeah, it's like, it's such an intense, explosive type of athletic sport because like you're just timesing the G-forces, like, and sometimes you don't know how big the G-forces are going to be. So you have to like preemptively think, okay, can I handle 1,000 pounds of on my feet? Or are you going to snap? Like, a lot of people can walk away from injuries if they're just built. So like everything you do, washing your car, taking in the groceries, like think of it as like training for moto, because like if you can be strong on a dirt bike, 60% of it becomes not an issue when it comes to crashing, because there would be way more pros in the world if it wasn't so dangerous. Like, it's not dangerous like, oh, I got a scab. Like, they literally break themselves off, and that's why they're not pro. Like, it takes an intelligent, successful person to ride dirt bikes. It's not just, oh, I'm gonna go ride. Now there's people that go out and ride and have a good time, but like the amount of people that get hurt on motorcycles, like, it's higher than people think because it's such a high risk. Like, one thing can go wrong and it's bad. So I'm not going to be the guy that says always wear your helmet, always wear your boots, but like if you train for it physically, you'll be able to actually take a hit. And a lot of people are pretty weak sauce because they think they go to the gym all day and then they're strong. But like, yeah, Marshawn Lynch like rode with Dean Wilson for Husky, and he was like, dude, you guys are gnarly. So like, it's just a different level of strength, and it's just a lot of G-forces on every part of your body. So train. Inspect your bike before the ride, for sure, but that's something that you gotta kind of know what to inspect. So it's good to have a coach. A coach for riding would be like the best $1,000 you could spend. He could teach you like how to load your bike so it doesn't fall off the freaking back of your car, like how to like get the right gear, like getting the right goggles, getting the right grips and like contact patch, like setting up your bike, your suspension, like making sure it's safe to ride, because you could go, oh, I just changed oil, did all this stuff, and it blows up because you don't know what you're doing. So like sometimes people just like to fix things, like they'll change oil every 5 seconds in a Honda, but then it just creates more problems. And they put the oil filter in backwards, or they over tighten things and they stripped it, and then they have to JB weld it. It's like, there's the thing is too much maintenance. Like a TTR 230, you just keep the air filter clean and keep the spokes tight. You need to change the oil like every 50 hours of like hammering it, or like every 2 years. Like it's not like a big deal. Air filter, just if it looks dirty, you clean it. It's that simple. If you keep a filter clean, the bikes like reward you with performance, starting up easy, longevity of the engine. But like that's the most important thing. I would say buy 3 air filters and save your money on oil. People change oil way too much. The air filter's where it's at. And obviously your chain could be a problem if you break that. So like, don't be chain spokes, air filter. Like it's pretty much the most important thing. Oil changes are like just, I think because people want to do something, they're bored. Wear the appropriate riding attire. Appropriate riding attire for dirt bikers is like this polyester like plastic stuff. I don't know why that's such a fad. It's like these weird patterns. I think some badass jeans, a jean jacket, some like chest protector underneath, elbow pads, knee pads from Escape, skate joint 187 pads are awesome. And get some used boots, but get like some Tech 7s. Those are like the best boots, and they're not like crazy bulky. They still flex, but like they have a ton of support. You don't have to go for Tech 10s. Like those things are annoying with their booties inside anyways. They're just pain in the ass. Then you just get fresher boots. Like it's better to buy Tech 7s every 3 months than buy Tech 10s once a year, safer wise. And then a helmet, like my favorite is the Alpine Star SM10. You don't have to get the carbon, but like it is hands down the best helmet I've tried, and I've knocked my head from 100 to a 0 real quick many times. DOT approved, all that shit. Like just go for SM10. I don't think SM10 is DOT approved, so just get that because it's legit. Like those, when a helmet's too gnarly, like thick and hard, I think it's almost like counterintuitive. You kind of want a helmet to like flex. I guess if you're going over 100 miles an hour and it's street bike stuff, then obviously that's a different story, and those are $2,000 helmets. Like AGV, Swami, all that stuff, I don't know about that, so I'm talking about Supermoto, 100 miles an hour under, 120, max, but yeah, that's not my thing. I'm talking off-road, so. Ride with friends. The right friends that are smart and they know like the hand signals, and they let people know on the trail like, hey, there's people ahead. And yeah, you definitely want to have a good leader if you're gonna be in the sand dunes or like a wild spot. Like that's the worst way to get hit, especially with all these side-by-sides nowadays. Like definitely be your own spotter. Like on a track like Miami motocross, I freaking almost fought with the owner. So it's like their flaggers are like 80 years old, and they're just like, when someone crashes, like my friends bought a Venador, broken everything, and they're just like sitting there like letting people like pretty much land into them because they're just like whatever, because they've never been hurt. But like people that get hurt, like they're like, oh fuck, like we gotta stop the track and like help them out. But like that's the worst thing. It's just like that's how I stopped racing dirt bikes at 16, because I had 80 spotters in the sand dunes, jumped down to 60-foot down dune and landed right into some old lady in a quad. Put my leg out so I didn't freaking hit her with my bike, and spiral fractured. And so spotters, and be your own spotter, and a nice two-way radio, like a girl that really cares about you, like looking like a hawk, drones, stuff like that, is especially in the dunes, dude. I watched 2 people die. Like that's why I moved out of Oregon, was just especially with the side-by-sides nowadays, it's like so dangerous out there. Like you really got to go like the weekend after the big weekends if you want to ride dirt bikes. Like I can't believe these people go out like buttery and they just go out there and send it with all those side-by-sides on dirt bikes. Like that's just asking for it, because these people are getting these side-by-sides, they don't have any experience. They put down $300 a month, and now they have a 300 horsepower long travel buggy that's just going 70 miles an hour everywhere, and they're all drinking. I mean, how could you not drink and drive that thing? Those things are so boring. Like, that's not the way you want to go. Like, you want to go like throwing a whip and, you know, you slid too far off it and, you know, you high-sided when you landed and there's, you know, cheerleaders and monster girls. Like, that's how you want to go. You don't want to go because some, you know, guy in his side-by-side music was so hard he didn't see you on the other side because he couldn't hear you, couldn't see you. Like, dirt bikes flags are pretty much pointless. So, like, you really got to be on your toes in the dunes. Like, in trails, like, it's hard to ride for fun if you're in, like, these backwoods and there's a lot of people. So I would say, like, a dirt bike track's the best, and just have, like, the awareness that, like, when you're in the air, be looking at the next jump, like, that there's not, like, someone there, like, landed, and always have, like, an escape path. And don't be afraid to, like, roll around the jumps. Like, if there's, like, a fast guy coming behind you, don't be a freaking cool guy and go super fast up to the lip and then slam on the brakes, because some people don't care. They'll land on you. And it gets to the point where it's like, you know, they're going to get hurt if they don't jump it. And there might be someone behind them. So, like, don't be afraid to just roll around a jump, like, pull off the track a little bit, then go back on. Because those aren't the ways you want to get hurt. And those are the bad crashes, too. Respect trail rules and regulations. I mean, yeah, as long as it's safe. But, like, if you got to go around because it's a crazy section and you got to go into a little bit of a blocked off area, I say go for it, as long as it's for safety. But, like, yeah, I mean, the more we mess up the environment, like, the less places we're going to have to ride, because they definitely have more pull than we do. The rights divisions, and that's what's great about these e-bikes. We're going to have so many more places to ride. And yeah, 2-strokes and 4-strokes are cool, but they're just such loud, like, machines. Like, you would have so many more dirt bike tracks open if it was just e-bikes. And I'm saying Stark Vargs, which are gnarly cool. Like, Stark Vargs are, if you haven't tried one, it's a no-brainer. Like, you won't want to go back to a gas bike, just performance-wise. But, like, nostalgic skill level, like 2-stroke 150, 300, you know, SX, gas 300. Yeah, that's the move. Stay alert and focused. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. But yeah, you don't want to be looking at, like, rocks and uneven terrain. You want to be looking ahead, and, like, when there's an issue, you need to, like, pull your front end light and, like, pretty much want to be, like, dancing your front end. Like, watch those guys in, like, Eresburg and trials, like, the stuff they can do. Like, I wouldn't do that race. Like, it's beyond. And then, you know, they see me whip through the air and they're like, holy shit. Like, it's just funny how things, like, what's more dangerous? I don't know. I'm gonna have to say it's just as equal. But used hand signals, that's what I was saying. Yep. You know, let people know, like, what you're doing. Yield to downhill traffic, for sure. That's true, because they can't stop. Take breaks. Well, yeah, if you get arm pump, that stuff you have to ride a couple days a week to get past that. But, like, if you ride for 30 days, like, you know, every other day or something, just even if it's short, like, your body will adapt. All these people get these arm pump surgeries because they're fucking goofballs, and then this shit just happens again, because it's literally the same thing. It's just, you got to get your brain trained, and you need to use your bigger muscles, like your thighs, and connect to, like, a good set of pegs and, like, grip the bike. Your arms are just for guidance. Like, you don't want to be, like, gripping it to hold on. Like, your stance and, like, the way you connect to the bike is all below the hips, like, or below the stomach. The core in your back is, like, when you're about to accelerate, you, like, pretty much put your nose over the front of the bike. Like, yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of people that teach you all that stuff. Be prepared for emergencies. Yeah, I mean, shit happens quick. Not a bad idea. Definitely, like, share your location. There's even the fly helmet that will alert people if you get like a bad crash. It will like contact somebody for you, which is super cool. I had the helmet. It's a super pretty helmet. It's pretty cheap. Well, it's $900 new, but I mean, like, they have good deals on them, but they have like a built-in, like, call your ice in your phone, you know? Oh, this is a dirt bike insurance quote. Oh, I do need some insurance. Maybe they do it in Hawaii because nobody else would insure me in Hawaii. Anyways, yeah, so we will go through some more random fact checks, and we'll see how many people want to see this stuff. And we'll keep making them if they do.